Hi everyone, this is Richard, Legend, Board Game Fanatic, and today this is a game that I've been researching a lot in the last week. It's called DEFCON 1. On the internet, there's not much there to very many videos to show how this game is played, but it's a very strategic game about the Cold War, and it's very accurate because each individual block that we're going to be talking about blocks has different cards, and it's all based on history, through history about how each one of these interacted together, but it's also how we as playing a certain group, how we're going to try to make it better. So that's a great game. I played it a little bit, and there's a lot of phases, a total of 6 phases altogether. And the whole book is somewhat good with the explanation, but it's all mixed up. And there's stuff in the back of the book that should be with certain parts of the steps. The setup is really messed up, and you have to use 3 books, try to find the stuff in the back of the book, in the front of the book, and so forth. So what I'm trying to do is I'm going to do one video on just the rules and the setup of the game, and I'm going to go through all 5 phases to show you specifically how it's done and what options you have. After that, I'm going to do a video of the playthrough and then a review of the game, because I really haven't gone through the whole game yet. We are going to play the east to west setup for this scenario, and this scenario doesn't use any objective cards because the objective is to try to get one of the areas, and I'm going to be playing USA and France. So my objective is to try to get into Russia, to their core area, or go into China and get their core area. So one of those two is what I'm going to try to get at. And whoever gets to those areas first wins the game. Okay, this was brought up to me by one of my friends' kids who wanted a video to come out that would explain this game. A lot of the videos that are out there, they're very short and they don't really go through very specific things. It doesn't really show you much, and they're all in French. Like people speaking French and English, the accents really can't really follow it. I tried to follow it a few times and said this is probably the best way to do it. So I'm probably going to be one of the first on YouTube to show this game, and I hope you enjoyed the videos, I hope you, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, please hit the like button. And any comments or suggestions for any other games that you guys would like to see, please put those in the comment section. I will reply back and say yay or nay to that and what I'm going to do. So let's get started. And let me see if there's anything on my list of stuff in my intro. This game is made by Synchron. The guy who made the game is Florian Dumont. I'm pretty sure he is French. And let's see, there's a bunch of scenarios that it goes from player counts to 2 to 5. So I will be playing the other countries, but I won't be playing them a certain way that I would do as if I was the other player. So I'm going to be tough on myself. And the balance, it's basically a game of balancing between researching tech, political influence, military conflicts, and nuclear warfare. Okay? So I'm going to go through specific things pertaining to the board and to the block things for their different things on their kind of block areas that they have, where they have all their stuff, and we will go into that, and then we'll go into the steps. Okay, So let's get down to the table and I will start explaining. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is our intros on certain concepts of the game that are important. First of all, we have 5 different blocks in this game. We're only going to be playing 4 during the scenario. NEM is the green sections, and those, I'll explain that. The NAM is third world countries that refuse to submit to other dominant blocks. And that's basically a lot of our terrorist organizations, stuff like that. We won't be using it during this scenario because we're doing east to west. So the communists to the democratical type governments. So we'll be using that this game. But the other one is the Atlantic Alliance. That's our dark blue is North America and some of Europe. And that's the USA and allies. We have the Warsaw Pact, that's Russia, and that's in the dark red sections here. We also have and those are our major blocks, including NAM. So those are our major blocks. Now the minor blocks would be France, the French Republic, and People's Republic of China. So France is pretty small. It's all our light blue spots. There are a few around on South America, a few here, and France itself. So that is pretty small. People's Republic of China, of course, is this section right here, or like orange color. Okay, so those are our blocks. Okay. Now we're going to talk about block boards next. So I'm going to shut the video off real quick. And we're going to talk about. I'm going to just show the US one, and we'll explain the orientation of it and how this all works. So I will turn the video off and focus to the block board, and we'll talk about that. Okay, this is the Atlantic Alliance block board. You can see we have some cards with the American flag on it. Those are going to be our mission cards that we're going to be using during the game. We also have our control tokens. There's placed here, plus our instability tokens that we have for our own specific block. Oh, this shouldn't be on here yet. Then we also have our tech tree here on the left hand side. All those spots is where we can put our text. And right now we do not have any text available, but we'll talk about how we do that in setup. Then on the right side, right here, is all our resources. That includes our R&D tokens, our barrels of oil, our influence tokens, and basically our uranium at this point. And then our special, we have our special vehicles, subs, some special units that we're going to be using during battle. So that's our available, and this is our unavailable. Okay. Then we have on the full right side, we have these are our for our missiles, silos. We also have some tokens here that are not available right now till we get those available through cards. We also have all our available tokens here on this spot that we can use during the game. Okay, and it's dependent on which ones we can use because we need to have that specific unit available to do it, and we'll explain all that in a bit. We also have our DEFCON tracker, and we'll talk more about the DEFCON track and the tracker here in just a little bit. Okay, and anything else I missed here on the block board for now? I think that is pretty much it. So That's the block board. Now we're going to go into units and explain them. Ground units, maritime units, and our special units. Alright, so now we're going to talk about our units. The first one's on the top. They have the French flag on them. All of them are the same for all the blocks. First one is our regular flag marker, and that is used for showing control of a specific area. So whenever you get an area and we control it, we will have just the plain flag one on there. The next one over next to it, let me bring this a little darker. There we go, we can see it better. You have the shield. Well, the shield, what that does is that's considered a political protection token. So when you do any type of political protection action, you will place that in that area instead of the regular flag. And then later on, it will be flipped over to the regular flag and be our control. But at that point, that is not considered in control yet. It's just we're just doing it, protecting that specific area from other countries. All right, the next one is our instability token, and that's instability 1 because it only has 1 there. When it gets instability 2, then certain people can take it over. If I have instability token on one of my areas and it's flipped over to 2, then another country could come in and try to take that area, or I can go in and bring it into a control marker. And there's certain ways of doing that. We'll talk more about that during the phases coming up in a little bit. We won't go too much in detail right now. Alright, so then we have our unit tokens. Well, the first ones on top of on the middle are all our ground tokens. We have our motorized units, and that's got a strength of 1. That's what that dot stands for, the strength of 1. We have our mechanicalized units, and those are strength of 2. Then our armor units is 3, and also our headquarters, where we have it set up during the game, is going to be a 3 strength. Alright, the next thing is our maritime. That's going to be in our oceans around our areas. We have our maritime units, and those are a frigate division, that's the strength of 1. We also have the cruiser squadron, that's strength of 2, and our CBBG, a strength of 3. Okay, then we also have ones with stars on them. Any units that we have stars for are special units, and those will be set in the special unit box that we showed you on the block board. Okay, and one thing you need to understand, when you say you destroy it, you destroy a unit, you're going to put it back in your pool. So it's going to go right back in your pool on the right hand side of your block board. If it says you remove a unit, then that's moved out of the game permanently till the end of the scenario. Okay, so that's what that specifically is used for. And normally the special units are used with for specific technologies you will produce. You will get those specific things set up on your left-hand side of the board, and you get to pick them. So, all right. So that is basically all our units. Now we are going to talk about the game board, more specifically about certain spots on the game board, and go through that. So let's get back to the main board and talk about territory, seas, and areas. Okay, so in territory, seas, and areas, basically our seas, land and sea areas within a territory indicated by circles. So all the ones that have circles on them, these are territories. Okay, they have circles on them. Some areas, territories will have more than 3 areas in it, and we'll get into that in a second. But majority of them will have, it's one territories has one area, but some will have 2, some may have 3 areas. The areas are the ones with the circles. All right. A land territory may contain up to 3 land areas, I said. Each territory counts as one maritime area. So, like this, for example, A2 would be one area for maritime. Also, just remember that there's certain statuses that may come up on certain specific areas. If you have a territory that has more than 3 areas, you may see more different statuses. You may have 1 or 2 different statuses there. And we'll go more into what happens there when we have those statuses. Okay, main areas. Main area is the area in the color of one of the 5 blocks. So when we talk about the colors, anything with colors are considered main area of that block. So for example, the Russians are dark red, People's Republic of China is orange, NAM is green, the Atlantic Alliance is dark blue, and France is going to be light blue. Okay? There's certain areas that with the circles will have specific colors on them, and those will show a natural influence. So you could have natural influence, for example, let me see one. Okay, we have a Atlantic Alliance has natural influence in South Africa. So there's a chance that we can go into South Africa and cause instability, or cause put our thing in there for political protection and stuff like that. We'll talk more about how that goes via the different phases, but that's basically what they're talking about is natural influence. So if you don't have natural influence in a specific area, you cannot place any of your control markers in that area. So it's specifically for those specific blocks. Alright, without certain colors. Alright, each one has a core territory. For example, like France has this one little small area with France 1, 2, 3, and they're right here in this little small area. China has this one specific area with 3 areas, a territory, that is your core area. Same thing with Russia, this is that's his one with 3 areas. Then you have USA that has these. This is the core area. And then NAM is this Iran, this area here. Okay, so that's basically what they're talking about with core areas. Secondary areas are normally in gray, and you can see in the circle it has a gray section. Those are considered maybe neutral, but also they could be controlled by a certain block. They can go in and control them. So neutral areas, and for just so you know, NAM is not played in this scenario, but we will be using this as a neutral area. So anybody can go into this area if you have natural influence to go there. So that will be something that will be used pretty much for everybody. A secondary territory is controlled by a block when the block has a control marker in every area of the territory. So you would have to, in a specific territory, it's only one area, then you've got control. If it's, for example, this area where you have three areas in it, you have to have all 3 areas with your control markers in there to control that area. All right, that's what they're talking about. That's how you control a secondary territory. And the main area controlled by an opposing bloc is considered a secondary area. So if, for example, USA wanted to attack China, you can go into that Pacific main area, core area, and try to get that over. And that's our objective. We're going to try to control this area, or we're going to try to control this area here. All right, and in this scenario that we're doing, just so you know, is I will not be attacking France because I'm USA. I'm not going to be attacking France, and Russia won't be attacking China. So they'll be working together as a team to try to get into US or into France. All right. Let's see what else we have. Okay, talking about control and area occupancy. There's a few things. Any land or maritime area may be only be occupied by one unit at the same time. So every area that you have set up with a circle is going to only have one specific unit in it. It's either going to be a marker or it's going to be a specific unit. Or in maritime, a ship. Okay, so it's going to have one specific unit. Now you can upgrade those later on to a stronger one so you have more power, but it's only supplies one unit in that specific circle. Okay, maritime occupancy. The difference between land occupancy, because you can control land, you cannot control the oceans, you can only occupy the oceans. So you can put a ship there, you're occupying it, but anybody can come in and try to take it over. So it's not somewhere that you get any type of bonus. There's certain specific ones that you get resources from. That's the one big thing. You want to look and see what spots have resources, because during the game you will get extra stuff for that. All right. All right, adjacency. All areas, this is important, all areas of a territory are considered adjacent to each other. Okay, that makes a lot of sense because they're in one territory. 1 second. Territory is adjacent to another if they share the same border. So, for example, Sahara is adjacent to Libya. Okay, so this territory and this territory is, they are both adjacent. Sahara is adjacent to Africa, Equatorial, Francais. That Pacific area. It's very hard to pronunciate. Or Congo is adjacent to Angola. So that's what we're talking about there, this adjacency. By the land borders. Another thing is these, there's straits in here. And we'll talk more about those in a sec. But these, Hispania would be adjacent to Morocco. Because these two are adjacent by a landmass that goes across. So these are next to each other. Now, if for example you had a ship in MM here, then you still would be adjacent because you would have this one plus this one. You could cross, and this would be adjacent to the ship. So you are adjacent there. If you didn't have that specific landmass, so you would have a ship next to it, you can cross it to the next landmass. All right, a body of water in sky blue, for example, this water here is pretty much would be adjacent. All these landmasses around it are adjacent. So, for example, if you said Sichuan here would be adjacent to Siberia 1. Okay, so that'd be adjacent because it's any blue water mass. I think we also have one here. There's a water mass here that you put adjacent. Oh, that's not a water mass. There's only one, huh? I can see. Yeah, just right here. It is light blue in color. Okay. Area key. Alright, this is important. There's certain ones that will have specific resources on them. Circles that have resources. Influence icons. Normally give me a white colored cube on a circle. And as, anytime you go through phase 0, you will collect all that stuff. So influence cube icon, if you control that area, you get one influence cube. R&D icons are black, so any black cubes you see on any of your spaces, areas, will give you one black cube for R&D. Then you have your oil icon, and that will give you an oil barrel, and uranium will get you a uranium barrel. Okay? Factories. There are certain factories that are black. Those are your operational factories. For example, this is a black factory here in Russia. So if you have control of that, you get to produce a unit during the turn. The gray factories are not operational. You have to, during the R&D phase, that'll be phase 1, you can bring those up and spend QRD cubes, and you could put that in a operational status, so you can use that during phase 0 or when you're producing your units. Alright, so that's basically that. So you get you would use 2 cubes to produce that into a operational factory. And natural influence, I kind of explained before. You have let's see, for example, this one here has dark blue and green. So NAM and Atlantic Alliance has natural influence to this South Africa too. NAM has the green areas have natural influence to Xinjiang too. Here's Spain is only influenced by Atlantic Alliance. So they're the only ones that can control that area. I mean, or put instability there. Okay, natural influence. They have natural influence there. The straits, I kind of already talked about is these lines here. These are adjacent. They have arrows on them. Here's a strait. Here's a strait here. And here's the strait here. So anything with 2 arrows are considered straits. And some territories are linked by a white dual arrow, which depicts a strait. Alright, so the next thing we have to do is our setup of the board. Mainly, most of this stuff has already been set up. The first thing we do is we set up our DEFCON track, and we have the big DEFCON tracker here on the top start for DEFCON 5. We also set our initiative tokens, and these are basically, this is set up the first part of the game. So Atlantic Alliance goes first, Russia, then Chinese. Oh no, it's not that right. It's the French and the Chinese. Okay, that's the way it should be, like that. Okay, and set those up. We also set up our technologies for a space that are available. These all these ones are here, and they're all different, and they're all pertaining to the blocks that we have. NAMs are not on there because we don't need those, because we're not using NAMs right now. So we're not going to put their technologies there. Okay, because they're not going to get those. And then we got our all our resources, our atomic bomb stuff, our R&Ds, oil or uranium, and then our instability tokens. Also all our neutral tokens here. And they have all the technologies on the side here for the all the different blocks that we have. We also have all the block boards out. Basically, what we did was just to show is right here in Russia we have all our available units here on the right hand side. All the unavailable ones are there on the top. We also have a small DEFCON marker for the board. We have our silos. We have our control markers here, and that's pretty. And also our not initiative tokens. Those are the. I can't remember. The term. Oh, influence tokens. Yeah, those are influence tokens. Each one has got their own. We also have a set of cards on both sides. Here's America's Land Alliance cards, and then they're on the other side for the Russian. We got those set up, and all this is done on page 4, TAC 5. It shows you pretty much everything there. The problem is it doesn't really go into a lot of the setup on the board because that's a separate page. But we do need to also know, we have to go to the technology book and look up and see what technologies are listed on the boards. So all the green ones are supposedly put on the board before we start. So like for example, Russia has this special one here that's green, that's already there. We also have for China, he's got a bunch of ones here that are used. They have Corporation, Red Guards, Great Leap Forward, Culture Revolution, Socialist Market Economy. Those are all used, and I'll explain all those later on when we get into the game. Then Land Alliance gets the A-bomb to start. Okay, and France gets Pouin's Colonel. That's the green one he's got. He starts with that. So I'll set all those up on the board. Otherwise, all the light units, every block has that. So when they do produce more units out of the factory, they can produce motorized divisions, mechanical, corps, and frigate divisions. And the heavy units, China does not get the heavy units, but the rest of the Russia, Atlantic Alliance, and Paris get the heavy units. You could do the armored tanks or the cruiser squadron. All right, so that's and let's see. And what else do we have? And that is it. So those are the technologies for the starting. Then we go into the scenario info, and That's in the back of the rule book, so you have to go back there and check which ones those are. And for the East and West game mode, it's considered confrontational mode, strategy mode variant. I'm sorry, it's a K4 scenario. So it's basically we could play with mission or not play with mission cards. We are going to play with mission cards. And during the operation phase, move your ground units through maritime areas thanks to the Navy units of your ally. So France can use Americans' maritime units, and Atlantic Alliance can use the French ones. Same thing goes for Russia and China. Okay, and they have the mission cards. Okay, and that's for East and West. Like we said before, is that France and Atlantic Alliance will be working together, so you can't attack those specific spots, but you can attack China or you can attack Russia, or the neutral zones or the neutral spots. All right, and we set up the space track. We already talked about the technologies. We also set up some satellites in 3 spots where you pass it, you get a satellite. And we set up the marker here on the top. So that's all set, ready to go for the space track. Okay, so that is basically the first part of the setup. The DEFCON track shows the tension level. Right now we're going to be at 5. And every time that it moves to a different stage, it goes to 4, 3, 2, there are going to be different actions that you'll get. Alright, but for progression, it's basically when each time a player resolves an action that raises the international tension, they resolve a DEFCON adjustment. That could be taking control of a land area controlled by another opponent, or a neutral main area with a coup or an attack. Alright, starting from DEFCON 4, the destruction of the opposing naval units can be done. And then that will be also part of the DEFCON movement. So those two will do it. Now, when you move the DEFCON track right here, you're also going to adjust this down. So whenever you do one move, you're going to put in 1, 2, and 3, and so on, till you get all the way down to 12. All right, and that's going to pertain onto some of the procedures and some of the phases determine who's going to go first. All right, so that's what that track's for. All right. Now let's talk about the levels. So, DEFCON 5, these are the actions we can take. We can make coups in opponents' main areas. Coups, and we'll talk about coups. Make coups on attacks in neutral main areas and in any secondary areas, like we said. Bomb neutral main areas and any secondary areas. If you have the A-bomb, you can use that. You can bomb. Also, you need oil for this. Oh, that reminds me of one thing. Okay. We did not set the starting resources for any of these boards. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the video real quick, and I'm going to show you how you know which ones, how many you're supposed to put on the board. We'll start with Russia. I'll just show that as an example, and then you could understand all the other ones. Okay, so let me shut the video, set up the Russian block board, and then we'll go from there. One thing we didn't do on these boards, I already set up the other boards right now, I just did off camera, is that we haven't set up resources for the start of the game. And this is one thing they kind of talk about at the beginning of the quest when you go to the scenarios, but really doesn't tell you much, so you have to do it on your own. And the videos really don't go into that, so that's why I'm bringing it up now. So right now is, if you look at the top, we have R&D tokens, and that is going to give us a total of 6 tokens for Russia. So they're going to start with 6 R&D. So I'm going to take 6 of these and put them here. Okay. Okay, and then we have a total of, looks like 4 oil. So we start with 4 oil. Okay. And 1 uranium. And 2 of our tokens, or a political part of it. And those are I keep forgetting the term. I just told you a second ago. My mind's going. Those are influence tokens. Okay, influence. Okay, and then we also have 1 sub, so we get to put that out right away. So that's not it. So 1 sub goes here in the X. Okay, so we're all set to go for Russia. Let me do these for all the other ones. They're all different. So everyone has a different set of resources they start out with. Okay. So let's go back to the map again. All right, let's go back to DEFCON. So, like I said, for DEFCON 5, we can make coups in opponents' main areas. We can make coups on attacks to neutral main areas and in secondary areas. So now you can put coups in there. You can bomb neutral main areas and any secondary areas. And then regain control of your main areas by making coups or attacks. So you can take the instability tokens off for those areas and get them back from the other coups that are attacking, like Russia and China. Okay, in DEFCON 4 is you have all those, plus you get attack opposing naval units with your naval units. So you can attack other naval units like China and Russia in DEFCON 4. DEFCON 3, you include all the ones we just talked about, produce nuclear missiles, and equip your SSPNs, your subs, units with nuclear missiles. And then DEFCON 2 does all that, and bomb and poison main areas. So Russia and China attack in any opposing main areas. So basically all attacks are possible. And then DEFCON 1 is the one where you can launch nuclear missiles. Hopefully we'll get to the point where we don't have to do that. But that is a possible thing that could happen. Okay. So, next thing that we want to talk about are the objective and mission cards. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get some copies of the objective cards, and then show you some mission cards and show you what they do and what they show you what the symbols mean and all that stuff. So just a few examples. But there's an icon reference on the back of the technology book that will help you use that while you're playing the game, so you have a reference. That's kind of cool. All right, and just to explain the types we have first, we got objective and mission. Each card has a number at the bottom right corner telling you what card it is. The objective cards are played in the strategy mode. We won't be using those because we already have a strategy of what we're going to be doing. Mission cards are playable in every game mode. Alright, so objective cards. Objective cards states the conditions to fulfill to win the game. So if you were playing in strategy mode, you would pick three strategy cards, and you would pick 2, and those are the ones you're going to use during the game. And if you pass those, then you will win the game and be done with the scenario. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some cards for both, and we will go through them. That's probably the best way to explain them. Mission cards, just so I can go through that real quick. Mission cards are used, you get 3 mission cards. That's the maximum amount of cards you can get. So you get 3 mission cards to start. And mission cards list the conditions to fulfill to gain a bonus. So those basically will give you bonuses and give you resources or some other type of power. But the mission cards you may take control of one or more areas. Tells you to take control of an area. Specific area, develop a technology, control a number of resources on the map, to own specific units, to have a specific space program, reach it, to make use of a specific technology, and to resolve a specific action. So those are the main ones for the mission cards. Alright, and so what we grab some cards real quick and we'll look at them. After that, we will be doing the major setup of the board, and that I will show you all the way through. Okay, so the first ones are our strategy cards. So basically how this works is on the bottom left hand corner there, you see a circle with a solid line and 7, and then you see a 2 next to it with the dotted line. So what that means is you will look, if you look at the map there, it basically goes and shows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spots with American flag. What that means is it's going to go, those are the spots you are required to get. When you get those, you have to get 2 more extra ones. Okay? Alright, and as soon as you get the 2 extra, then you'll be done. Okay, and then you'll be finished with that one. The other one is you have to get a total of 11, and you're going to get all 11 of those spots that are on that map. So you basically have to be in charge of all those spots. If you got all those, you will win the game. So you have to get one of these 2 done. So you have option of both of these. But we need one of these cards done. As soon as you get it, that's it. You're done. Okay. So those are the strategy cards and how he would work on those. And he even gives you the countries that are listed there on those on the flags are all the ones that are listed. Okay, the +2 means it's any other 2 that you can get. Okay, so any 2, doesn't matter. But this one's 11, so it's very, very precise, and you have to get a total 11. That's a hard one. I would rather pick the 7 than 2. It'd be easier. Alright, so those are the strategy cards. So let's go to the mission cards. Okay, these are the mission cards. So basically the first one means you need to go to South Korea and North Korea and get put 2 flag control tokens in there. When you have those 2 control tokens on there, then you will get to put 2 American control markers on those specific countries on the bottom of the card. So that is what your reward is going to be. So you can have 2 extra, looks like 3. 3 extra countries. So that's pretty cool. And then USS George Washington, after you develop the sub, you will get the you get to pick if you want the specific technology. You can get 2 R&D tokens, or you can move 2 space on the space program, or a card. Looks like so. So you're gonna get a card, but then you get to pick one of those 3 because of the ores. Okay. The next one is super hard because you have to get all these technologies. Looks like let me read it because I can't read it on this one. It's going to be ICBM, Low, Star Wars, Midas, and NASA. You have to get all those space programs done. Okay. Those are all in space, except for the ICBM. That's what starts it. And then you get to pick 2 satellites or 2 instability tokens, or 1 influence token and 2 R&D tokens. Looks like you get to pick that, or one of those 3. All right, so that's the mission cards and how those are used. Okay, and you can only have 3 of these in your hand at one time. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is I already kind of talked about. We talked about initiative tokens already. Basically says a control marker per block played on the initial track in one bottom right-hand corner of the map, from left to right. That's Alliance, Warsaw Pact, French Republic, non-aligned movement that is not in this game, so we're not going to worry about him. And then Public Republic of China. Okay, so that's the first thing we do. Now we're going to set up our units on the board. So first we're going to start with Atlantic Alliance, and the HQ headquarters will be set on US 1. So it goes right here. Okay. Cruiser Squadron is going to be set to A4. It's set there. Okay. Mechanical Corps unit. So that's this number 2. It goes into Alaska. So that's it there. Okay. BRD mechanical on BRD 2, and that's in Europe. So, and that one has a non-operational factory, so we need to make sure that we get that started as soon as possible so we can get more units. And then a motorized strength 1 unit on USA 2. Okay, so we're set. Alright, Russia. We got one, our HQ goes on to Rosia 1. So Rosia 1 is right here. HQ goes there. Frigate Division, that's a 1 ship. It's going to MB. Right over here. Right there. Okay. Armored Army, the tank, is going to go to DDR. DDR. Alright, okay. The DDR goes there. Mechanical core. That's going to be one of our 2 strength units. That's going to check Kotaka. Oh, right here. Alright. 1 motorized unit. Strength 1 is going to Rossia 2. Right there. And the other one goes to Rossia 3. Another motorized. Okay. And then this SSN goes to our, we got that. Then we got political protection marker. So I'm going to flip these control marker over. And these go to Kaskav. Right here. And Kazakhstan. Right here. Okay. Alright, so that's Russia. Now, NAM we're not using, so we're going to totally forget about them for now. Okay, now the HQ for France is going to, of course, France 1. So France 1 is right there. Okay, we got frigate division unit. So it's going to be a strength 1 goes to MM. That's over here. There. Okay. Motorized unit goes to Djibouti. Djibouti is right here. Okay. And another motorized unit goes to Yan. Where is that at? Oh, right here. Sorry. There. Ooh. Yeah. Then we got another motorized unit goes to Indochine, and it's over here. Okay, and then political protection goes to AF. So that goes here, and another one goes right next to it. The next spot goes here. Okay. Alright, that's the end of that one. Then we got Republic of China. So then we got 2. So we get one HQ at Hebei 1, right there. And mechanical core goes to Hebei 2. Alright, so those are all the ones for all the blocks. Now, unplayed blocks. We basically have all the green ones. We're going to put those out. So the HQ is going to the factory area. So there is one. Okay. Motorized units are going to go to influence. Motorized. So these guys are going to go to influence and oil. So that's one. Oh, there's another oil. And there's another oil. And influence. And that's another oil. And that's it for that. And then we got a mechanical is going to uranium, so that goes there. Alright, and then we have another motorized one. I'm missing one. Oh, there. There we go, right there. Okay. Right now we have to get some instability tokens, number 2s. And these go to Australia 1 and 2, so they're going to go here. And North Korea. Okay, and Cuba. Okay. And we got Turkey, Sahara, and South Europe. And these are on the other side. So Turkey, South Europe, and Sahara, right there. Okay. All right. Now we need to grab all the neutral ones. Cars. Yeah, those were quick. And those are all the gray ones, gray spots. And we're putting these in the factories, uranium, influence, oil. That does not have instability token, 2 token. So, factories, so we got one there. Uranium, there's one. Oil and influence. So this oil there. No, not that one. There's there. Oh, that's it. That's it. Well, not that one. Gray. So I can go this side. Factory right here. And that. And influence. And oil. And uranium. And influence. And let's see any more. Don't see. I think that's it. Well, Taiwan. Oh, and North Korea. Okay, that's it. So that is our setup. We got all our tokens on there. Okay, resources. Each player takes the first turn resources shown on the block board. We did that already. It doesn't really explain it there, but we showed how that is done. DEFCON track marker is in the first space on the DEFCON track. We just did that right here. Boom. Okay. That is it. Alright. So the last thing we need to talk about before we start our phases is our gameplay. So every game is a series of turns, each broken into 5 phases. Well, it's really 6 phases total. Each phase is played by each block in initiative order. The leftmost block on the initiative track is the first to play their phase, then in descending order. The block playing the phase is the active block. So whenever you hear something on a card or somewhere on anything that has to do with active block, then that's the person that's doing their phase. Okay? Phase 0 is initialization. That's not done on the first turn. So we skip that and go right into the R&D phase. That's phase 1. Then we go to phase 2, that's politics. Phase 3 is production. Phase 4 is nuclear. And phase 5 is operation. As soon as we finish operation, we go right back to phase 0 and we start from scratch again until somebody wins their scenario. Now, like we said, when you go through the scenario one more time, you know what it is. It says, in a player 2 game, a player A player controls the French Republic and Atlantic Alliance, and the other controls the Warsaw Pact and the People's Republic of China. It says the game is won by complete control of the core territory of one of the two opposing blocks. So for me, because I'm going to be Atlantic Alliance in France, I want to either conquer this area here or conquer this area here. That's our core areas. So we have to conquer those. So what we're going to do on this first video is I'm going to go through each phase and show you how it's done. And then after that, that's going to be our first video. And then second video will be just gameplay alone, showing you going through each turn and hopefully see if we can win. Okay, so that's basically how it's going to go. So at least you can use the first video as a reference for playing this game. All right, and it's pretty cool. I played this the first round, and I was still rusty at first, but now I kind of get it. So we're going to go through each individual phase and do what we have to do. So I'm going to expand the thing to the board and all the things here, and I will explain everything I'm doing. Okay? All right. So let's go into phase 1. All right. So first phase is R&D. So basically, we're starting with Atlantic Alliance, and I have a total of 5 R&D cubes. Okay. So I got 3 options. I can do develop available technology. I can make a operational factory, and I can invest in the space race. Well, first thing I'm going to do, because I didn't do this last time I did a round, I am going to first of all update my factory. So my factory okay, let me just get to that. Alright, factory is, I'm going to show you this is right. There you go. I need to use 2 R&D tokens. I want to make sure I was right. 2. So I get 2, and I basically put those in the supply. Okay, and then I grab me one of these tokens that has an operational factory on it, and I'm going to develop that right here. So at least that one, I can produce a unit out of it on phase 0. Okay, or production. Okay, that's what that's for. All right, so I did one thing. So now I'm going to first of all. One thing that's really important to me is to get my oh, and that reminds me, all of us are supposed to get 3 cards, so I'm going to take my 3 cards and see what I got. So I got God Save the Queen. That means I need to get tokens on New Zealand and Australia. Okay, so plus then I can get some stuff. So, also have Turkey, South Europe, and then a shock and awe. I need to build my Navy SEAL, Navy SEALs, and that's 1 and 2. Okay, so got those available for me to use. Right now, yeah, that would not help me. I need to get ICBM. So for ICBM, I have to spend 1 at least. So I will spend 1 more, and I will grab my ICBM out of here. Just run that. Yeah. And we'll place it here. And what that does for me is now I can travel onto the space. Alright. Now, what I can do is I first, if I spend, I can go do the space track. And the space track, let me show you this. I think it's one. Yeah, one RDQ for each track. So what I want to try to do is get my NASA. So I need to move 2 spots. So I'll take my 2 R&Ds off. I will go here first, and I will oh, but I can go 2. Well, I can do 1. So do 1 and then do the other one. So I get 1 influence token, and because I'm on Sputnik space, then Russia gets another influence token. Okay, then I'm going to move to my second space where I get NASA. And I think I left it in this pile, what I should have had over there. So, yep. So I got NASA. So this goes here. And that will give me, let me move on to the space program, an extra space every turn. So that's going to help me. And then also I get 1 more influence on that one. So I got a total of 4. And that's going to help me with some other actions that I will be doing later. Okay, so that's my turn. I finished all my RDs. I can't do any more stuff. So now it's Russia's turn. So let's see what Russia gets. He's got Angola. He's got Cuba. And he needs to develop Cesar Bomb. That's where's that at? Well, that's a separate. That's a different one. Oh wow. That's probably gonna be an older one. Can't use that one right now. So I'll put these away. I got a total of 6. Well, Russia's got a total of 6. So Russia, I don't think has any factories that are out. No, they have no factories that are out. So let's see what I'm gonna do here. So think he's more into probably What's that 2? Wow, that's expensive. Well, I guess you can do ICPM, that might be a cheap one, so that's 1 for me. I'll do 1. Okay, another guy, right? So I need to grab mine. Yeah, I'll just put these over here. These go here. These are China's. Okay, and these are Hansons. Okay. So, I'm gonna grab my SCPM out of here. Okay, and that gets placed there. Perfection. And then, what's what I'm gonna do here? Guess I could do. I don't know if I can reduce that though. But I guess I can do. Ooh, that's gonna be me. So that's gonna be Russia. So yeah, he's gonna go 1. On the space race. So he's moving it up 1. I don't know what this is doing here. And that's going up here. So he gets an extra influence token. He also gets this. And this gets placed here. You cannot use it yet though. Oh, that's the one. So, have a card for that. Instantaneously I get 1 influence because it's got an instantaneous thing on there. Okay, and then I think I'm gonna do 2 more and do my A-bomb. Okay, so that's gonna go A-bomb. It's gonna get paste down here. So he gets 1 more. Okay, and that is set. What else I want? Now I can get this. This one here. And let me double check what that is. I have no idea. Let's check the technologies out for Russia. And these are kind of good when it comes to describing them. So this one says, during any of your phases, discard 2 RD tubes to discard all satellite tokens of block of your choice. Okay. Wow. So, our perimeter, it says, when required, you place the perimeter missile in one of the silos of the main territories you control, else it is lost. When the area's control is struck by a nuclear missile, when you retaliate with the perimeter missile against the block which struck you either immediately or during the nuclear phase of this turn, may only fire it in that situation. If you play with it back op expansion, the special missile cannot be used for nuclear black op. Well, it's not good. We're not doing that. So, I don't know. I don't want to do that either. That's 3. I only got 2 left. I could do 2 and get my SSPNs. And that will be. And I get a. Yeah, so. No, I'll just pay 2 and get my SSPN. So, that's what I'll do. So. In. Okay. And then this guy can go here. Oh, this can go right here. So. Well, I haven't produced that yet, so that's fine. Okay. So that's done. So Russia's done. So let's see what she gets. 1, 2, 3. Okay, she's got 2 areas. She got Geelong and South Pacific. So that's, I'm gonna get those 2 spots. One spot is U9, and he needs to get one of the I2 or MC Maritime, and then either a motorized or an armored in Dockyard. And I think I already have one. No, I have, I could upgrade that one though, down to a 2, that would be good. Now all I'd have to do is get a maritime ship over to MC or 1-2. A2, don't have a factory over there. They'd have to move somebody over there. So I would have to, oh yeah, this is, I would have to make it, the factory's there. This is, oh, this should be here. Oh my god. Well, I do have a factory there, so I could use another ship over there if I wanted to during my turn. So I have to move 2 over to over there in docking, or over to MC or I2. And that would be 2 spots. So that, I could do that next turn. Okay, cool. All right, so I have 3 available. Which one do I want to do though? For France, these are cool. I only have 3 available. So I'm gonna do ICM for 1. Yeah. I have to do that first before I get any subs. Yeah, that's what I'll do. So I'll do ICPM, like everybody else is doing. So I'll get my ICPM out of here. Okay. Alright, and then what's that one? When you take control of the area with attacks, spend 1 influence cube to upgrade one of your units anywhere on the map. Wow, that's pretty good. Alright, so I have that already. What else have we got? Let's see. That's 2. And that's 1. Let's see. Once for initiation phase, gain 1 additional RDQ. That's good. Yeah, I'll spend one more. I'll grab that one for my phase 0. The next. Do that. That one get placed here. That gives me an extra RD cube. I'll use 0. That's pretty good. I need RD. I can start producing stuff. So I have one left. I will move this base 1. So I go here. So I get 1 influence. Okay. And see, everybody has IPM. So everybody's going to get 1 except for China, because he doesn't have one. So you're gonna get 1, he's gonna get 1, and he's gonna get 1. Cool. And that's the end of France. Alright, so now we got China. Okay, so China, he's only got 2. Well, he's gonna do an ICBM also, like everybody else. So that's 1. And then he's going to move 1 spot on the space track for now. So going here, he's going to grab his satellite, and he gets minus. So he gets a 1, and I get 1. US does. And I get my minus. So minus goes where? Where's my minus? So okay, so I guess I'll put this here. So minus, what's that do for me? Oh, I have to get 1 more. So, let's see. Minus, when acquired, gain 1 satellite token. Oh, okay. Okay, so I got 2 of my things I need for that 1 card. Okay. So that's the end of that turn. So that is the R&D phase. Okay, so we're done with R&D. So now we're going to, let's see. Political phase. So we can do coups and destabilization. So now it's my turn to see if I can do anything here. So first I'm going to take 1 influence coup to attempt a coup. So the thing is, I need to destabilize. So I have to spend 1, and then I can put it's a neutral, right? Yeah, neutral spot. Alright, I'm going to do the destabilization, that's what I'm doing. There's nothing there. So spend 1 influence to destabilize the neutral in which you have natural influence, and I do. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I place in stability token. over there. So I will place that one there, and I will take one of these off, and put it in my pool. So that's one. Okay. Don't do any more coups anywhere. Let's see. He's got 6. He's got 6, and I got 4. Oh, I can do Australia. Yeah, so I can take that over. So, and I'm the only one can take it over. Nobody else can. So, that's perfect for me. So, I'm gonna... Okay, so I'm going to do 1 more, and I'm going to do oscillation 2. That's going to come off, and then I place one of my guys here. Okay, and then I'll spend another one. Should take this one off and grab that. Okay. Nobody else can take it over, because only me. Okay, cool. Alright, there's any other ones that I have that have natural influence too. North Korea, what about that one? Nope. North Korea, nope. Do I have Cuba? Nope. I do have. See, that's no, it's Russia too. I can't do that one. But it's tough, man. I could. No, I can't do any more than nothing. So they're not there. So I could go to Hiroshima. I don't have any guys there. Yeah, so no. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is that'll be my turn. Done. For me. So now it's Russia's turn. Russia has 2 of them. I got Turkey also. Damn it. I thought about that. I don't have that close to Turkey. But let's see, both of those. So Turkey is going to try to get. He's going to try to get Turkey. So he gets 1. And the only people who can go there is. Oh wait, you can't even go there. Huh? You can't even go there. Can't go there. But you can go. You go to South Europe though. Yeah, and I didn't think about. I should have done that one. No, I messed up. He's that guy. Alright, so he's going there. The only other person who can go there is me. And do I want to spend my other 2 influence? I don't think so. So he's going to get that spot. So, okay, so he's got that spot. So, oh, and that reminds me. Alright, so, I did 2, right? Yeah, 2. So I should have 2. This should be moved 2. I should have 2 here. And then he should have 1. And you should move 1. Okay. There we go. Alright, so this goes back to its file. And, how many other ones you can do? I don't think so. Oh yes, Cuba. That's right. So this one does have Cuba, so you can do that one. So that's another one. And she will get Cuba. So he gets there. This goes away. He moves up 1 more. He does move up 1 more too. Okay, and then that's it, I think. He could. No. That's not. No. Okay. All right. That is Russia. Okay, let's see what she can do. She can't do that. Well, no, she can. So she will go there. She'll spam 1. And she'll do this one here. That's hers. So she gets to move 1, and then she gets to move 1 here to that. And let's see what else we can do. Any other spots that you can try to stable. Oh, because she's there now. Those are green, right? Those are green. Those are green. Yeah, so that can't be it. I don't think you can do that yet. components to destabilize an area controlled by another block if the following condition. The area, yes, a new target block owns and no control marker on its vehicle. Okay. Oh, we can do that. Alright, I think that's as far as I can go there. I don't think I can do anything else. I think that's as far as we can go right now. I don't think she can do much more. Alright, so that's it. Okay, so that's Paris. France. Alright. Okay, one thing we didn't do, and I made a mistake on some of these, when we do the political phases. Whenever we get a control marker in a space that was had an instability marker of 2, you also can put a motorized unit in there to be used to move around the board. So I put all the motorized ones for all the different countries. They all got set up correctly, so we're all set up there. So now we have China that has to go do her thing. So let's see what we can do here. Adjacent wise, see this one, she's only got 3 influence. What can we do here? So let's see, do we have any that's just them? Because we have to look. You have to look and see if you can find any ones that have just China. And I did find one. But it's not adjacent to something I control yet. So I have to wait on that. So right now it's not adjacent to that spot. That's what sucks about it. But soon. Okay. The gray ones I could put instability marker on. Doesn't look like it. Right now, she's pretty. Nope, there's not much I can do right now for China. Because if he tries to get this one, Russia can go back. Oh no, I forgot. She's an ally, so she's not going to do anything to help to do it. So yeah, so I will take a influence marker off. This other that they're allies, so I'm not going to do anything. So she's going to take this one off. She's going to put a marker there. Okay. And she gets to put a motorized unit there. Okay, and that's perfect. Okay, and then we'll now that we have that in control, we are going to do a neutral area. And the way you do a neutral area is but Stace can do it. Excuse me. and he's got better initiative than I do right now, so it's probably not a good idea to go in there. But I could put an instability token in there, and that's not going to affect either one of us right now. So I will use one of my influences and take it off, and we'll grab instability 1 token. This is going to come off, and that's going to go there. Okay. Alright. Cool. I think that's all for her. Pretty sure. Because she needs North Korea and she needs South Korea. She already got North Korea. That's good. So now she needs South Korea for one of the cars. So that's decent for her. Alright, so that is the second phase. Now we're going to go to the third phase. And the third phase is production phase. So during this phase, you may produce units and upgrade units. You may produce a free unit, which is your pull per turn and per operational factor. Control provided you develop the technology that allows you to produce the unit. Okay. Okay, so we are going to do this. So I could do a produce one unit. One unit. And that's per factory. So so I can produce one. I'm gonna do one more. No, I'm not gonna do a motorized unit. I'm gonna do a mechanical unit, armored unit, and I'm gonna place it adjacent to my other one at BRD. Okay, so that's gonna go there. So Russia can't invade there. And let's see, I have another factory that can place another one adjacent to that. And it will place a motorized unit here at US3. Okay. And that gives me another block tip one. That's cool. And okay, let me check something out real quick here. And have that. Then what you can do is, when you do a unit upgrade, you spend 1 oil and 1 R&D. The only problem is I have no R&Ds right now, so I can't really upgrade anything. So that's probably my turn right now. Okay, so now Russia is probably going to develop a motorized one, and he's going to develop one here. Okay. Oh, that's I'm sorry, that's the wrong place. So he's going to place this here for that one. That's perfect right there. Okay, and then does he have any more factories? I think that's the only one he's got. And she doesn't have any extra R&D, so that's all he can do this turn. Alright, so France, she's got one. So I'm going to produce a 3 also, 2, no, maybe a 3. Yeah. And he's going to place that one there. And that's, no, if I want that, yeah, we want RDs. So yeah, that'd be a good idea. Alright. And let's see, does she have any others? I don't think so. No, and she has no R&D, so she can't upgrade. So then China, she's gonna get 1. I'm gonna get a 2. And I'm gonna place that here. I want to place it here, and I want to place it here. Yeah. I think I'll place it here with the black, just like everybody else get R&D, so that's probably a good idea. She has no R&D, so we're done there. Alright, so that's production 3. It's pretty simple, that one is. Alright, the next thing we do is, number 4 is a nuclear phase. Well, we can't do any nuclear strikes right now because we are in DEFCON 4. Oh, and I forgot one thing. I have to bring this up 1, and I also need to put her marker on 1. Don't know about that. Alright, and so that's fine. She can't do any nuclear strikes. But nuclear production we can do. So the thing is, you need to spend 3 uranium barrels per missile you want to produce. But the thing is, all of us only have 1, so that's really nuclear production we can't really do much of right now. Alright, so we're going to do operational phase. We'll skip over phase 4 and go into operational phase. Now, observational phase is divided into 2 subphases: naval deployment, redeployments and warfare, and ground redeployments and warfare. So, each block plays the whole phase, and it's dependent on the initiative order. So, of course, Atlantic is going to go first. The first thing that's going to happen is naval deployments and warfare. Each naval unit may be redeployed once, then attacked on an opposing naval unit. Each naval unit also bomb at any time during their phase. Okay, right now, I don't really want to move any of my navals because I only have 1 naval, and it's going to give me oil at the next turn, and I do not want to maneuver that. That's probably not a good idea. So I'm going to keep my guy where it's at. So now, because I'm not going to move any navals, I'm going to probably do my my ground deployments. Your motor divisions can move 2 spaces. All the others move 1. Okay, and so you need to think about this. Some of these may want to move because to supply supplies. And if you have one in a spot that's not going to give you anything, it's probably a good idea to move it. Right now, I got let me get some stuff at the end of the turn, so I don't want to move anything that's in a spot that has resources. and I have resources everywhere. But because I have these control markers here, these ones can move. But problem is I don't have any naval units to move them out of here, go somewhere else. So that is going to be a problem. I can't do anything there. So can't move those. And the ones I have over in Europe, I'm probably going to keep those there. And I don't really, I could try to attack. But the thing is, if I attack now, there's a chance. See, is this one controlled though? It is not. See, it's only has my thing there. There's a chance that Russia can attack me there, but I did nothing. Thinking I may have to take BRD1 out because that will help me. I'm not sure if you can attack Thai people though. See, the thing is, you can destroy. You have to have something stronger, and I don't think you can attack anything that's the same power. But you have to use oil to attack also. So you have to really think about what resources you want to spend and what ones you don't want to spend. So and I don't think anybody has any launchers right now, so that's a good thing. So we're gonna do anything with the naval seals. Damn, can't move anybody. I really would want to move that guy in there, but I can't. So I could attack the other guy, Yerpa. They don't have my factory. So if I do that, it's Russia. Okay. Yeah, that's tough. I don't know if I want to do that though. Okay, that's what I have to do. Alright, so yeah, so I'm gonna keep my guy in there. I'm adjacent, so he's gonna be gone. So this goes back in his pool. And this control marker goes off, and I put my control marker there. Boom. And so this goes up one, so I get to move up 1, 3. Okay, and that is all I'm going to do that round. Alright, and that gives me South Europa. So I need to get Turkey. I can move into okay. Alright, so that's my turn. So that's all I can do right now. So Russia, what's he gonna do? Well, he's going to of course he's gonna attack my 2 guy in this spot here. So this goes out, and he gets to put the marker right there. Boom. On that spot. Okay. And then he moves 1. He gets to go 1, 3. Okay. And does he want to do anything else? No, he doesn't want to move that. Can't move that there. I don't know if he can attack me from. Oh, he already attacked that spot, so he's already did that guy. That's pretty much it, I think, for him. Alright, and then it's France. He's going to attack Russia. So he's going to take this back over. So he's going to go and put his. Well, he can't do that. That's right. He's an ally. He can't attack and take over my spots. So that's not going to work. Yeah, he's not going to go that route. But he is going to take over Spania. And he's going to keep my. There's nothing there, so you just put one of the things here. And it's that one, so he's going to go and move this over. And she's going to move 1. And what else? Anything else? Let's see. Doesn't need anything. Nope, not I can think of. Nothing he can do right now there, except for that one spot. So that's it. They're all even there, so I can't really do anything. Okay, so that's French's turn. Now it's China. She's gonna take over this neutral spot. So she's gonna put this one here, taking this over. And he moves over in 1. So we're now in 3. And he gets the new one. Okay, boom. And I think that's as far as he can do. He could attack this guy. But no, we can't. That's not a unit. So that's just instability. Can't go in there without a unit. So we can't do that. But he can wait for the next turn. So that's it for that. I had 1, no, South Korea, North Korea, no, Angola. And Angola, no, I don't think she's not Angola yet. Angola is where? Oh, down there. Jeez, no. Okay. Okay, so that's it for that. So that's 5. Well, everyone, I hope you guys enjoyed the first part of the video of DEFCON 1. I hope it's pretty self-explanatory what we did. If there's questions or comments on certain parts of the rules, I will maybe make a second video to explain those rules if I need to. But this is a reference video for you guys so you can have gist of how the game is played, what the different phases are, what the cards are like, and so forth. So you got some type of reference, because those videos out there right now are really not that well written. But so far that's our basically our first turn. So I will be putting a video out to finish up the scenario, and we're going to start on the second turn. And I will explain certain things when I'm playing the game, during the game, so if anything comes up that hasn't been taught yet. But hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked the video, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. Any other games that you guys are interested in seeing, please put those in the comments so I can see if I have those available or I have to order them. I will see what I can do about getting them. Some of these Kickstarters are very hard to find, so I will research and see what I can do. Otherwise, if you have any suggestions about the channel, very important for me to try to give me some advice on what other things I should do with the videos and so forth. So please give me that advice. It's going to improve the channel for all of us, and it'd be awesome. Alright, so otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the second part of the playthrough. And then after that, we're going to be doing, I'll decide on what game we're going to be doing after this. But thank you so much for watching, and take care, guys. Bye.